want to make a quick video. My AC unit stopped working. I'm gonna be addressing this issue that I had with my AC unit. So every time, this isn't the original one, but I replaced it with another one from another 240 because this was getting faded and I didn't like the way that looked all faded, and also it didn't have this little cube right here that said Nissan, so that's why I replaced it. And I just wanted it to be like pretty new looking, and this is like full still, so it's not faded or anything, but I just need to clean it a little bit. It is pretty dirty. I haven't had a chance to clean this car in a while, but I'm gonna tell you guys the problem that I had. So every time I would like switch it, it would get stuck in between and it wouldn't go past like too cold. So now, like, as you can see, it moves like how it's supposed to, you know. It's a little bit hard still, but oh no. So see, that's the problem that I have. It gets stuck. But I'm gonna teach you guys what I did and how you could fix this. Alright, so let's see. So my first way of addressing this was putting oil in it, some lubricant, so it could slide easier. So the only thing that I had in my garage was the lithium grease, so that's what I used. I used the lithium grease, and that didn't seem to fix the problem. So this is gonna be a bit hard, but I tried pushing it with my hand like that to see if that would help, and it did, but it still kept getting stuck and it was really hard to move the little thing. So I was like, what the heck is going on? So I put grease like all over this thing in the inside, and that didn't help. And then I was looking inside, and I don't know if you guys can see, but right there, just in here, there's actually some rails in here, like where the tip of the screwdriver is, that actually help guide this thing so it can move like back and forth like that. And what I discovered was that there was actually a huge groove and a piece of plastic that prevented it from sliding easily like that. So what I did in the beginning, I was gonna try to shape it off with something, but I really didn't have anything that fit there. So what I did was I grabbed my handy dandy torch down here, and with the screwdriver I heated up the tip and I just melted the plastic back into shape. So that's one way to fix that issue. And basically what I did was this, and since the tip of the screwdriver is already bent, it made it easier for me to reach that spot like this without really damaging this part right here, which is like the other rail that helps this slide. So that made the job easier. So now, like, it does slide. It's hard to do with one hand, but it occasionally gets stuck like still in the middle. So when that kind of happens, I just apply a little bit of pressure like on the opposite side like this. Do you see? So basically I go like push it from the underneath, and it helps it go all the way to the other side. So that's one way to fix it if you have that problem where it gets stuck. That may not be the only problem, but that was the problem in my situation. Fun part, putting it back. So first, what I did last time was I put it through underneath, but I'm realizing that it's much easier if I just like put it like this. Or yeah, it's gonna take like less than 10 minutes. You can sit inside. So you can get everything. Oh no. There we go. because I want you to get like this stuff over here, so just sit. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Fucking beast. I'll never let that mother trucker inside the whip. Alright. So I'm just gonna be installing the AC unit that I just fixed with the problem that I described. Alright. So first things first. I'm gonna be putting this wire, look. Can you like get closer? This wire in my opinion is the hardest, like, it's not a wire, I mean the cable is the hardest part to put back in because it has a clip and that little clip gets lost, and if it gets lost you run the chance of not being able to secure, and then it pops off like all the time, so that really sucks. So what I do is just bend it a little bit and then make sure that it's in. It's kind of hard like to get it on there, but you just have to manhandle it. It's easier if you just like have it in the code setting because then the plastic is like on there. So now that it's on there, you get the little clip that secures it. So I put all my bolts right here because I didn't have a tray to put them in. So let me see if I didn't lose it already. Nope, it's right here. This is the clip that I was talking about. So this little clip, that little clip goes in here, and that's what secures it in place. So it goes right here. Do you see like those two little slots? I'm gonna put it on there right now. Blind, I can't. I wasn't even hitting the right slot, but it's easy if you push it down with a screwdriver, so it just goes right in. So now it's secure, and you can tell it's secure because down here it has two little metal pieces that are supposed to be right on top of this clear plastic. So now we know that's good, and that was like the hardest part. Basically the rest you just click in the harness, and it's pretty self-explanatory because none of these harnesses are like similar. They all look different and they're all different sizes. So now click this in, pretty easy. And then I believe there's one more. Yep, it's right here. That one was the hardest one to unhook because it's all the way back here, and then once all that stuff is in there, it's kind of hard to click it in. So basically that's it. I just need to like screw it back in place, and then we'll be all set. So the first time that I replaced it, I don't know if it was missing one bolt or I lost it, but the point is that I'm missing one bolt. Alright, so I'm gonna be using my brother's little handy tool. This is not a sponsorship but of this brand, but I find this really useful to come up. Wrong way. Oh no. Maybe I should not use this, but oh well. Let's time this. Okay, so I just have 3 bolts, so that's everything that I'm putting. There you go, and now it's nice and secure, and this thing works perfectly again, so it doesn't get stuck. Like before, the problem that I had, it was that it got stuck here, but like I showed you guys, I just like basically melted the little plastic that was preventing it, and you can hear like the vents in the background moving, so it works perfectly again. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now back to installing the radio. Okay, so for the radio, it's like pretty easy. I was looking at what they did here, and I didn't really like this too much, but I mean, what can you do? The radio works, the front and back speakers work, so I guess this would have to do for now, but maybe in the future I would like to like improve it. So damn, all my trash is falling, but I'm kind of glad that they did this because now I can put like newer radios, which is what. So my antenna just went down, I believe. I heard it rolling or up. We'll check once we're done here. Now I just need to connect the antenna so I can get signal whenever I want to jam out. And this thing just goes like this. So basically that was it for the radio. I just need to connect the ground and then we'll be all set. So the ground cable, there goes my antenna again. I still have the old school powered antenna. I want to pass this little ground cable through here so I can bolt it with the little screw right here. There you go. So now I'm gonna use the same little tool that I was using and just tighten everything back into place. There you go. Easy as 1, 2, 3. And then I gotta make sure that I get the ground because I don't want to blow up the little fuse in my radio. Because one time, the first time that I replaced this unit, I forgot to connect that, and then my radio and this lights didn't work anymore. So this light, that light, and I think the little light that's in here, there's like a little bulb in here, didn't work. So I didn't know what had happened and I thought I needed a new radio, but I just needed to replace the fuses. So that was pretty cool that I didn't need to get a new radio. So we're just finishing this up and this is the last bolt and then we should be done with that. The next project, well, I'll tell you guys once I'm done turning this bolt and we're set. I have a lot of projects for this car, or not projects but little things that I need to fix because I want this car like fully functional. So the radio, now there you go, it's on there. And now we're just gonna put this last panel on there to complete the job, and then the shift knob, and then that should be it. So for this, might as well just clean it right now while we're here. For this, you have to make sure that all these are facing vertically, because then they're not gonna go in right if they're crooked. I guess I could tighten these a little bit so they don't move. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but that seems like a good idea. Just tighten these a little bit. Don't over tighten them because you might break or strip the plastic. So there you go. This one is like pretty loose, so good thing I'm taking care of this stuff. So, and a lot of things that I don't like, or that this car does, is like there's a lot of loose like bolts like this. You'll hear like little metal cleaning or whatever, but that's why I like to tighten like all the bolts afterwards. And I mean, never mind. Should just click into place if I did that right. There you go. And now the job is done. So this is not the OEM shift knob because I stripped the OEM one, because when it finished tightening it was like that, and I was like, oh, I don't like it like that. So I tried to go one more time and I stripped the crap out of it. So I just put this one temporarily, but I'm thinking of getting tightening this shift knob. I'll tell you guys about my next project. So like about like a month ago or so, I realized that my odometer stopped working. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, everything works, the gas gauge, the miles per hour gauge, and the rev meter, they work. The, I don't know what they call it, tachometer or something like that. And then the heat gauge and all the other sensors work, but my um, odometer doesn't work, and I don't know what happened to it because it used to work perfectly. I think something might have gotten stuck because I used to reset this pretty often to measure my miles, and I might have pressed it while it was running or something, and maybe it got jammed or something. But we'll see what's wrong with it on the next video once I take this up. Maybe today, who knows.